Hey guys, I'm Demented Jumper. Today I'll be reviewing the Captain Marvel pack, which is the second DLC pack level for LEGO Marvel's Avengers, which was released back on the 29th of March of 2016. Now, this is, as I said before, the second level for the LEGO Marvel's Avengers game, and this level follows the perspective of Captain Marvel, and like in the Masters of Evil pack, you get to see a sort of like small comic book intro, and then you get to play the level, and then there's a separate comic book outro for the end. And in the intro, it kind of explains Captain Marvel's powers, and then get to the beginning of the level. And unlike with the Masters of Evil pack, this level is split into two halves. So you've got the main half, which is like you're on like the New York Manhattan area, and then you're on like the city's not skyline, I'll say the rooftops of Manhattan. But like it's all like weird and gravity's affecting and stuff like that. So yeah. And with this level, I'd say it's fun. I do enjoy how this level is played out because you've got two different areas to play about in, unlike the main New Times Square area in the last pack. And you can play up to two characters in this level, Captain Marvel and Captain America. And I say they are both used very well in this level because with Captain Marvel, you've got like her flying abilities, her ability to use her heat powers or her main powers to fly and to use her powers on those those golden Lego pits that can blow up if they're used against heat. And you've got Captain America who can throw his shield and take out fires and stuff like that. And yeah, I think with the first villain that you fight, I think they're called Gumball. Or I'm not 100% sure. I don't happen to remember the name of the villain that you fight for the first part, but they're more of like a speeding ball or something like that, where they rush towards you, and it's your job to try and stop them and stuff like that. And then for the second half, you fight a villain who can kind of like warp gravity and warp reality a bit. And that's, I think, when it comes to the second half I would say is a bit more memorable than the first half because you're just on like a bit of New York and it's just okay. And then in the second half, it's a lot more cooler because it's just reality warping around you and stuff like that. So yeah. And yeah, I would say it's a good way of just playing as Captain Marvel and getting to see her powers when in a particular level, when it's not just in a free roam area like Manhattan. So yeah. And now it's time for some gameplay. So the level kind of starts you off, as I said before, in like the lower areas of New York, so like kind of like the ground level. And the level kind of starts off with like Captain Marvel's talking about one of the villains she's fighting up against, and you can kind of see in the background, and as I can move around here, there's like bystanders. So this is kind of like, from my perspective, like something like it's obviously not villains. The villains being protected and stuff like that, and kind of like seeing like the heroes fighting the villains and stuff like that. You've probably seen it in like hundreds of like cartoons, films, TV shows, that sort of thing, where you have
but I think it's safe to say she's
the villains fighting the heroes, and you have like a bunch of civilians kind of like cheering on the hero. It's kind of like something like that when it comes to like this particular level, because that's what I see when it comes to this. And yeah, this part of the level is nice. Like it feels it's an enjoyable level. I think
that tackle attack gave me an idea.
I think it does feel it kind of like, it's kind of like, in my perspective, kind of like how the previous pack does it in terms of the area, where this area is like, it's not too big, not too small. It's quite alright, and yeah, this level is all about, or this part of the level is just fighting off, or fighting Pound Cake, which I believe that's the name of the villain. And hopefully I can do something here. There we go. Nope, okay. So, yeah, this level is just, it's quite fun. And this is basically one of those levels where it's like, you fight her a couple of times, like, and it's a classic thing of, she does a particular thing 3 times, and then you battle her. Well, kind of, because this is very different to that, because you do fight her 3 times. It's the kind of thing in boss fights where it's just you fight the boss 3 times in a row, and then they might have a different thing. And yeah, then you go like the final bit, and then this part is basically just button mashing, which is okay. So yeah, and now the next section is going to be in like the next area of the level. So for this part of the level, it's very different to how the beginning part is, because as you can see, the villain for this particular level, it's a different part. It's a different villain than the one in the first part. This guy can sort of warp reality and stuff like that to his will. Which I think is quite interesting, because like you don't get to see like villains, or you don't get to see like this sort of like kind of levels in terms of like villains using warping reality to their will and stuff like that. So yeah. And this part is basically some of the same thing, but it does have a bit more stuff. Like as you just saw, you can switch between characters, and this can lead to like other sections of the level, or this part of the level, like different rooftops and stuff like that. And yeah, and it kind of follows the same thing, where you just fight a bunch of Kree-soldiers for a bit, and then you fight him, and then that's pretty much it. So yeah, and again, this is one of those much more larger type levels or areas in the level. So yeah, so overall, I would say this level is very fun. I do enjoy like the large of how large this level is compared to the Masters of Evil pack. So yeah, so that's been it with the gameplay. Now to go back to the review. So overall, the Captain Marvel. Well, overall, I would say that I preferred the Captain Marvel pack over the Masters of Evil pack when it comes to everything, because the level's longer. You get to play as 2 characters, and that makes the level a bit more, or a bit less clustered, because I feel like with the Masters of Evil pack, it was kind of like you had to switch between each of the characters more frequently, and whereas with the Captain Marvel pack, it's only Captain Marvel and Captain America, so it made it a lot more easier to traverse the level and not get confused on who you are and stuff like that when it came to switching between characters. And yeah, I would say I enjoyed playing as Captain Marvel in the level, because we got to see her powers and what she can do. And playing as Captain America as well was also fun, because he was a big help in the level and stuff like that. So yeah, and when it came to the free roam parts, it was nice getting all of the different mini kits and stuff, because there are some parts of the level where you have to use other characters like Quicksilver or Hawkeye, for example, to try and save, or to try and get the different mini kits, and also save Stan Lee as well. So that was fun. So overall, the Captain Marvel pack was a whole lot of fun. So yeah, so that's been my review for the Captain Marvel pack. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.